Hello, everyone, and welcome to the conference semifinals, taking a look at the Eastern Conference matchup between the Boston Bruins and the Tampa Bay Lightning. And what do you mean they didn't make it? What do you mean the Bruins got upset in 7 games by the Panthers? What do you mean the Chiefs didn't? Wait, not the Chiefs. What do you mean the Leafs didn't blow a playoff series? This is happening? Okay. Welcome to the playoff series between the Leafs and the Panthers. I had no idea I would ever be saying that. So, looking at both of these, I was right in one series pick here from the first round, wrong in the other one. I picked the Bruins to beat the Panthers in 5. I was super close. Marchand almost got that goal to finish that series away. And I picked the Leafs to win in 6. So I got that one on the nose exactly, because if they went to 7, I don't think they were going to do it. So looking at these teams now, I think this is the matchup to watch here in this round, only because both teams pretty much have nothing to lose and are playing with house money. The Panthers more so than the Leafs. This Panther team is absolutely gritty as all can be. They absolutely worked hard to claw their way back, cat reference, in games 5, 6, and 7. I am utterly shocked. I'm still partially in disbelief recording this the day after that they won. And if I didn't watch it in person, I'd probably be in total denial still that it actually even happened. That was just fantastic. And now the sky's the limit. I mean, no one was expecting them to make it past the Bruins at all. So now this is a dangerous team that literally has nothing to lose. They can just play who they want to. Bobrovsky, after filling in for Lyon did serviceable. There's nothing wrong with that. I do not blame him for much really at all during the series there. But they needed a little bit of a change. Bob comes in starting in game was 5, I believe, right? And just he played worth what his contract is. And fundamentally, it was absolutely fun to watch. Tkachuk did a ton to keep that team rallied. Montour, Verhaeghe, they stepped up when they needed to. The whole team stepped up when they needed to. Honestly, this team, I think, has more potential to go deeper than last year's President's Cup team. Not President's Cup. President's Trophy team. It's late at night, folks. I'm sorry. And I think they have more potential because, last year they got the shock, but they know what that's like. And despite being an 8th seed that barely made it in, and if they didn't have an amazing March, they wouldn't have. And they now get to keep running further in the playoffs here, and I cannot wait to see what that brings. And that brings us to the Leafs. Finally, Marner, Matthews, all the guys they've accumulated over the years now finally get to move past the Eastern Conference quarterfinals, beating Tampa, who beat them last year in 7 games. They finally win their first playoff series since 2004. Now, I think expectations for them are a little bit higher than the Panthers, especially amongst their own fans. I know Maple Leafs fans, you're probably hoping, of course, they're always hoping every year for a cup, but this year you might actually have a fundamental case to actually think about it. For me, I think the Leafs maybe have the expectation to maybe potentially make a conference finals now. But that being said, I still think they're playing with house money. They finally got that weight off their shoulders, this team, of we haven't won a playoff series since before the lockout. And I think that's going to free them up to play a lot more of their style of hockey. This series, I think, is just going to be a blast to watch. I will enjoy every single game of this one. I do not think it is going to be a 4 or 5 game series. I think, despite it all, somehow these two teams make it a 7-game series. And if I'm going to pick one, I'll take the Leafs in this case. If the Panthers prove me wrong and win this series, I will not be surprised. I seriously will not. It will come down to if Bobrovsky can do what he did in when he filled it here towards the end of this series. If he can play like that, they have a legitimate chance. And I think whichever team comes out of this matchup is going to be fun to watch in the conference finals. So this series, I cannot wait to get started. I'm so glad it is starting first out of the Eastern Conference matchup here, and I look forward to watching this. Thank you so much for watching here, and I look forward to talking to you again when the conference finals begins. Take care.